like that's what being masculine is that you pass as a straight person. So people don't look at you and look at a sexuality. Like when they look at a flamboyant dude, they look at his sexuality. So yes, we are looked at as masculine in the general public. Say so, gang. All right, I'm back. So now, real quick, I just wanted to go ahead and address certain community members' comments about basically masculine men, like basically like the topic with mass versus fem, and basically saying like uh, that masculine men need to chill out because at the end of the day, because of the fact that we're a part of this community, meaning the LGBT community, that we are already considered feminine to the general public. Okay. Now, I'm going to address that. And then the other thing I wanted to address was the phrase of being attracted to masculinity is a feminine trait. I've heard that phrase as well. So I want to go ahead and address both of those. So the first one, as far as us not being perceived as masculine in the general public, basically the comment was stated that, and this was coming from a feminine person, and it always usually is. I've noticed that feminine people always feel the need to attack masculine guys in this community because they feel inferior to us, honestly, is what I feel. That's how I take it. That's what it comes off like. And we intimidate them, and so they have to come at us with some type of shit because they're upset that they're not like accepted in the ways that we are. But I'm about to put y'all up on some game and let y'all know that there's two sides to every story. And as a masculine, bisexual, open man in this community, I'm about to tell y'all like the pros and cons of being masculine. It do have its, you know what I'm saying, its negatives on it. And y'all think that we just got it, you know, so grand, which we do have it better in certain ways. I'm not going to knock that. But also, the point I also want to make with addressing that is that y'all saying that we're not considered masculine in the general public, y'all going off of these stereotypical norms. Y'all don't live in our being. Y'all don't go in a day-to-day life like we live. I'm trying to tell you, I literally have to remind motherfuckers that I am bisexual. Like nobody ever believes it. I'm never just assumed it. I have to come out repetitiously. You know what I'm saying? When I meet new friends of people and all kinds of shit, I have no idea. Just because I don't give it off just by somebody looking at me, that means that I have to come out over and over again while y'all get to be able to walk out here freely. And just because everybody can tell as soon as they look at you, you don't have to fucking keep expressing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do you know how it feels to have to keep telling niggas like hood niggas and shit that, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, like, you know, my boyfriend, I ain't talking about a girl, I'm talking about my dude. And it's like you have to go through the whole look you got to go through the look, that whole nigga, what? And oh shit, like, you know, the whole vibe could change sometime, you know, and also the questions. Some of them get to asking hella questions. You never know the response you're gonna get to that. And it's just a lot that come along with being masculine in this community, because when you out about it and masculine, whether you gay or bisexual, you gonna fucking like find yourself like sometimes at some points, like that's where discreet I feel like comes from. Like niggas just get to the point where it's like, you know what? I told my family, or I told my friends, or I told the group of people I wanted to. I'd find myself literally having to come out over and over again if I was to like, you know, really be out on this shit, because you would have to be literally like, it's not like you have to throw it up in their face, you know. It's like you don't have to like raise a red flag like, hey, I'm gay or whatever. Like, I'm not saying that type shit. I'm saying like you would have to either act like you are DL by basically not expressing yourself. Like if you got a boyfriend, or let's say you going out with your bros, and y'all get to talking about something, you have to switch up the story and act like, or leave parts out that gears towards what your sexuality is, and it's just like not living out loud. You know what I'm saying? So what's the point of actually coming out if you're gonna do that for So a lot of niggas, I feel like that's where discreet come from. It's like, hey, I done already told like 10 motherfuckers this month, like I'm kind of like, cool on that, so I'm just gonna let this motherfucker think I'm straight. Like, it doesn't change the fact that you're still a person, and it really doesn't even change most people's reaction to you either. So that's one. But two, to address the whole, oh, we're not looked at as masculine in general public, that's bullshit. Literally, like that's what being masculine is that you pass as a straight person. So people don't look at you and look at a sexuality. Like when they look at a flamboyant dude, they look at his sexuality. So yes, we are looked at as masculine in the general public. We definitely reminded of that all the time, trust me. When we have to, like I just said, constantly either remind motherfuckers or come out in other ways and other shit, just like having to express ourselves in ways and shit, deciding when to express ourselves and all that. So just to address that, and then two, why come y'all always want to try to relate us to y'all? Y'all always want to try to put us in the same box. Like, y'all think that we try to separate ourselves because we don't consider ourselves the F word because we're not flamboyant. Well, that is true. But that is true though. We're not, and y'all are not attracted to yourselves. Like, so there's no argument there. You know what I'm saying? Like I've already said in my Masc for Masc video before, part one. Y'all not attracted to yourselves. Y'all are attracted to masculine dudes. So y'all be upset because we ain't attracted to y'all. That's what it be. And then y'all want to say, oh yeah, y'all not even that masculine. Try to downplay our masculinity because you're inferior. You feel threatened. You feel insecure. You know what I'm saying? We make, like that's obviously what we're triggering for you to have to attack our masculinity, because that does not take away from the fact that we are looked at in the general public as masculine men, straight men most of the time. Like it doesn't really occur to our masculinity, but people treat, you could tell I'm treated like a man. Like niggas was walking around me tiptoeing sometime, like knowing not to press my buttons and shit. Like I could tell I'm acknowledged and respected as a real man. You know what I'm saying? So that's not argumentable. And then to address the other comment, oh no, first let me just also hit on some points. First of all, when we try to like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a couple points on how like this shit is hard for us. When we trying to holler at niggas, or whenever like we want, like we don't have, like niggas think that we straight. Like there's all the time like niggas be thinking that I'm straight, where they be trying to do shit where, but because I'm just masculine, but I'm open with my sexuality, and they don't know it. Niggas be assuming that I'm DL. And I was with my homegirl on the cruise ship not too long ago, and this dude kept like looking at me, and I was looking at him because like, and this was like a year and some change ago before my relationship, and this nigga had a nice ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking. Why the fuck he whispering to his homeboys and shit, and like he acting like with his homeboy, he was like acting like, like whispering shit. I didn't know what they was talking about or whatever, but I didn't think much of it. Kind of find out like, why my homegirl gonna come to me and say like, why this dude come up to me and say like, yo boyfriend, I think your boyfriend is gay because he's looking at me, so you need to watch out for yourself and all this other shit, right? And like not knowing the whole time, like we was cracking up, like, cause she's like, these motherfuckers really think your ass is straight, nigga. Like, I'm like, that's crazy. Like, so that's just a struggle right there that we don't, like, niggas don't be knowing, like, when gay people, other gay dudes don't even be knowing that we even get down. We have to look at them. We have to stare at them. We got to make some kind of eye contact, some kind of pass to let niggas know that we get down. You know what I'm saying? They don't just know when they just, like, we can't just, like niggas don't just approach us and try to holler at us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they may do a flamboyant dude because it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? So that's just another thing. And what was it? I just don't understand why at the end of the day y'all don't consider us masculine, or why y'all want to try to play down on our masculinity and try to act like straight dudes is more masculine than us in the first place. Because on some real shit, you know how much masculinity and nuts it takes to fuck a dude? Like, real talk, like, let's just be real here. Like, it's one thing to lay down a female, spread her legs, get in between her. That's what it's made for. That's natural as fuck. All right? When you doing it with a dude, it's not as simple. You have to do more to get in ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to finesse more. You got to be like, nigga, have y'all ever tried to pick up a nigga fucking? Like, it's easy to pick up a female and fuck half the time, but have you tried to pick up a nigga and fuck? Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, and keep a hard dick too, you got to really have some, like, I feel like they sleep on our masculinity, y'all. Like, we really some bold ass niggas, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that has nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying it's just another way to look at it. But I would take that part off like a motherfucking shit. Hell no. I don't know about that, but I will say that, like, I never felt like a nigga, like, change in a way that I didn't like them to. Like, well, not all, but I'll say most of them. They don't get feminine and shit just because you fucked them. You know, if they never took meat, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't bitch out. It doesn't, like, I don't see a manhood being taken. I don't see that kind of shit, just to be honest, you know? For anybody who was ever wondering about that. And then also, just to address something else on this video that was said in my comments. Well, one of the videos about me, about the how to turn out a dude video that I did, and everybody, and like, people was commenting saying like those dudes was never straight. You can't turn out a straight dude. All right, let me let y'all know what turning somebody out is. Is whenever you get somebody to do something, convince somebody, influence somebody, encourage somebody, whatever you want to call it, manipulate somebody, whatever you want to call it, to do something that they don't perceive as moral, or something that they don't want to do, or something that was frowned upon, or that's taboo, and you get them to do that, and then they start liking that shit, especially, and to where they continue to do that, like, that is turning somebody out. Anybody can be turned out, bro. Like, just like how niggas do women, a good girl, the church girl, how, you know, they go for the bad boys, or the bad boys go for them, because shit, it's a catch. You know what I'm saying? You get them to come out their shell, and this little good girl now, you know, busting them wide open, all kinds of shit, and now she's doing that shit all the time. Or, you know, you got her to drinking, now she's drinking all the time. Like, that's turning somebody out. Like, I don't understand what y'all don't get by that. Like, so regardless if the nigga was curious or not, he had not done it. He was suppressing it. It's still a win. A win's a win. All right. So straight up. All right. And then, so yeah, just to throw that on there. But yeah, just to address the last part, because I don't want to make this video hella long. The being attracted to masculinity is a feminine trait. All right. Now look, I can't wait to say this shit, because I'm sick of hearing that shit. Y'all, we are fucking men wanting to be with other men, or wanting to fuck other men. That makes us homosexuals or bisexuals, right? So that means that we are attracted to the same. That's what homosexual means, is same, not opposite. When you put on the opposite, you look like the opposite, and that's unattractive. That's one. I've already been said that. Two, the main thing though, y'all, we were raised under men that were masculine. Was any of us raised under some gay people? Was any of us raised under some flamboyant men with women in the home and all that shit? Were any of us raised like that? No. Just like women are attracted to certain men that remind them of their father, just like men, straight men, are attracted to women that remind them of their mother, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. What's the difference gonna be for us? Y'all think we gonna be attracted to flamboyant men when we ain't never seen that shit growing up? It's perfectly natural and normal for us to be attracted to other masculine men. That's what we doing this shit for. What do y'all not get about that? There's nothing feminine about that. When you're attracted to men, that's what you're attracted to, is a masculine man. Now, that doesn't mean that nobody's attracted to other alternative guys, but I'm saying that's what we all know. That's what we all grew up under. So that's what we seen. That's all we know. That's what we attracted to. That's why it is. It's not because we're trying, like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, come on. Like, y'all just be trying to do anything to just throw us in the same box as y'all of that punk ass, feminine, insecure, I'm shunned from society shit. That is not the case with masculine men. I'm sorry to break it to y'all. Even in this community, masculine men do not get looked at like that. I'm trying to tell y'all, I get pussy thrown at me all the time. I don't miss a beat. Like, I'm good. I don't feel discriminated against about my sexuality at all. I'm just keeping it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all, that's it for this one. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.